Ain't it a great day? Ain't it a great day? Ain't it a great day? Ain't it a great day?
Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is September 16th, 2025, and tomorrow is an extremely important day in all financial markets. So, it's essential that we have a handle on what's going on in crypto, right? Bitcoin is almost to our target. We've been talking about a target here on this channel for weeks. We're looking at 119K, and that is a clear upside target for Bitcoin, and we're almost there. It's been chugging along. It's been very, very, very slow and very, very, very labored getting there, but it looks like it's finally going to get there. What about altcoins? We're going to talk about all of that and more, and what we can expect for tomorrow. All right. So if that all sounds interesting to you, then watch until the very end. Hope everyone's having a great day. Let's get into it. All right. Bitcoin on the 4-hourly time frame. Look, when I said in the previous episode, Bitcoin doesn't want to be here, there are signs for anyone who's bullish to be extremely careful. If you're bullish on Bitcoin in the medium time frame, right? Not the immediate short term, but the medium time frame. If you're bullish on Bitcoin, making well above, previous all-time highs, be extremely careful. It's telling you everything. Just believe it. It's telling you everything right here. A long drawn out consolidation before breaking this resistance. Bitcoin is weak. When you have to consolidate so much just to break this resistance right here, obviously this isn't just 15 days of resistance. If we're being honest, it's the bottom of this 50 plus day channel. So, okay, that maybe is understandable. But then getting up here at this level, and look, we reached 117-ish, or a little shy of 117, and it spent 5 days. Another complex flat correction. That tells you everything you need to know. It tells you, one, Bitcoin is in a corrective environment. The larger environment is corrective because you're not getting big straight line green candles. Two, it's telling you it's not strong. It is weak, right? Despite eventually going up, it has to gain buyers every single time. Basically, this tells you every single time, in order for Bitcoin to move to the upside, it has to pause and wait for people to buy. A lot of people to buy. It doesn't have its own strength. This move isn't a strong move. It started down here. There's some buyers, not that many. Okay, buyers, please, I need help. All right, again, buyers, please, I need help. Like, bro, we just helped you down here. You're not strong, and it's looking for any reason it can to dump, but it has to hit its target. Once it hits its target, this is why I said in the previous couple episodes, this is a danger zone. You do not want to be messing around with Bitcoin. Once it hits 119K, expect a strong rejection from 119 because it doesn't want to be here. It's very clear. It's exceedingly clear. So I'm going to reiterate this. Be extremely careful going into Bitcoin. This right here, 119, remember, this was 50 days of resistance, right? Down here, it spent 5 days breaking that, right? 50 days of resistance as being the bottom of this 50-day channel. This isn't even anything. It's not the midline of the channel. It's not the bottom of the channel. But still, Bitcoin's weak, so it's just weak. Okay, and it spent another 5 days consolidating here in a complex flat. Once it gets here, it's not going to ask your permission. It's not going to ask your advice. It is just going to reject to the next likely support level. And this is 50 plus day resistance. This is the midline of the channel, and we know midlines of channels represent resistance when you're below it Okay, so don't expect anything but that once you hit 119 thereabouts in Bitcoin. And of course, because Bitcoin is Bitcoin, expect the rest of the market to also take a small tumble. About, let me say this. The charts are telling us that Bitcoin is likely to put in a very small move to the upside, followed by a move right back down. Okay, because if this right here is resistance, right, and it looks like there's some resistance here, if it comes up here, it's coming right back down here. Okay, so that tells you that the rest of the market is likely to do that. So basically what you're looking at with respect to tomorrow's big event, and let me say this, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, how do I approach these huge economic events? Let's, all right, if you're in TradingView, all you got to do, if you guys don't know, you go to calendars and you pull up the day, all right, tomorrow's the 17th, and you look at the schedule, and you want to pay attention to the ones that have the high importance 3 bars. Okay, you can also go and you can you can filter for only high importance, and you can see tomorrow, Wednesday, September 17th, there's, you know, building permits, housing, 8:30. But the really important thing is the 2 o'clock or 1400 hour Fed interest rate decision. So that's the FOMC economic projections. Okay, and basically a lot of these economic projections events, they are seen in the market prior to the announcement, and then during the announcement, and after the announcement. So you can say Bitcoin rallying, 24 hours before, the traditional markets rallying 24, 48 hours, 36 hours prior to the announcement is exactly what we call a buy the rumor, sell the news event. Buy the rumor, meaning you hear about it, that sounds bullish, right? I think it's like 96% that interest rates will drop, and that is, typically bullish, right? It stimulates buying, I believe. And so if interest rates drop, people want to take out more loans, people are encouraged, incentivized to buy things on interest, with interest. So that should stimulate buying in markets. So you should see markets go up. But we're in a generally weak economy. So is it really healthy in the larger scheme of things? So I think what you're seeing here is very, very clearly a textbook example of buy the rumor and sell the news. So we're likely to go up, just like the chart's showing, right? Right here, we're at some resistance. We've been chugging along and putting in this intra-wave correction. This is the wave. This is a very complex, nasty, ugly, impulsive wave to, from 108 to where we're at right now. And you can see it's just marked by a bunch of consolidation. But do we finally get this last move up? And then tomorrow, with these events, you always see volatility. So at the announcement, expect the dollar, which is what really controls all the markets, to react. Okay, so the US dollar currency index, when we say the dollar, we're meaning the US dollar currency index, right? The relative value of the US dollar. That may go up or down. It's going to exhibit volatility. As a result of that, then expect Bitcoin and traditional markets to react. Okay? So if the dollar goes up, typically Bitcoin goes down. Dollar goes down, Bitcoin goes up. And you'll see a quick move, and that'll be almost exactly at the time that the meeting or the announcement is made. And then afterwards, you should see a move against it. So you should see, again, moves before, during, and after. So that is what I believe. It's not just, oh, that's going to be bullish, that's going to be bearish. It's a complex, it's tough to trade. This is why I don't spend too much time on it, other than saying, do expect massive volatility tomorrow at around the same time, tomorrow afternoon around 2. But beforehand, we should get a rally into that announcement as it, that as the charts suggest. So do expect Bitcoin to go to our target by then, I believe. And as a result, you will be getting a move as well in the altcoin space. You can already see it. I'm looking at the others, right? Remember, we're looking right now not at the total 3, not at the total 2, but others, which is the entire altcoin market cap minus the 10 topmost market caps. That's most representative. I do not believe the total 3 is representative of what altcoins are doing right now. The others is at resistance, but is breaking resistance. It's breaking this 500-day resistance that I discussed prior. And what we need to get, or what we're likely to get, is that move up and down. Again, just like in Bitcoin, expect a move up into tomorrow's meeting and then a move right back down. And, because I just showed you in Bitcoin, 119 is heavy resistance, and then we're at resistance, but that will be support. So don't expect much. Just expect a wash trade between then and now, in my estimation. With respect to altcoins, don't expect that much different. But here, the context is different because look, the breakout in altcoins was like this. So this retracement would be a nice move back down to support, and that would be a nice wave 1, wave 2 situation. Also, I would be remiss if I did not mention that this Sunday, September 21st, represents a new moon. Remember, statistically speaking, you can look these things up. Don't take anything I say for granted. Do your own research. But new moons represent local market tops in markets, right? Statistically speaking, 0 to 3 days after the lunar event, do expect a local market top. So it would make sense that we pumped into this FOMC meeting, hovered, stayed here for the weekend, and came back down. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe we come down and then go up again. Maybe. I don't know. Altcoins have to do something crazy because, of course, as I've been saying for the past year, Bitcoin, before going down like precipitously in a major way because it's way off of support, altcoins are going to rally hard prior to that. Okay, altcoins that are on support are going to rally hard. I don't know exactly when that takes place, but I do know it happens before Bitcoin goes down. So between then and now, at some point in time, in some way, altcoins are going to show massive strength, and they are already starting to do so. Okay, so we're gonna lastly look at the others dominance, and this is basically another way of looking at what we just looked at, the others chart. And others dominance, remember, is showing that altcoins are now going to start beating Bitcoin in terms of market cap gains. So you can see here, you've based and you've created a very nice inverse head and shoulders pattern. You broke out from that, and now you're retesting previous resistance as new support. Maybe you do that again. I wouldn't be surprised if you did. So wouldn't be surprised if altcoins did put in that move, that FOMC move, up and then right back down and then popped up. So this is what I'm seeing in the markets. Altcoins are strong right now. They're where you want to be. Obviously, it's not every altcoin, just the altcoins on support. And don't ask me which, because I do have a group where we talk about exactly which altcoins you should be in and when. And that's the Crypto Portfolio Mentorship and Consultation Service. You can sign up to that at the pinned comment below. And that's pretty much it, guys. That was my analysis. If you are looking for my take on any one asset, or, you know, it could be crypto, non-crypto, could be an indicator, that's my single asset analysis service. You can sign up to that also. You can sign up for that, or you can order that using the instructions at the pinned comment below. And last but not least, BTCC, the exchange partner for this YouTube channel, is offering 10% cash back on any new deposits over 500 USDT. Just deposit, make a single trade, wait 7 days, and you get your 10%. The maximum rebate is $10,000. That's obviously for a $100,000 deposit. Guys, I hope this was helpful, useful. Take care. Good luck. Bye.
I vocalize, too deep to localize, even when I'm right on the surface. You act surprised how I work this, but I can't lie. Many a good alibi. I'll catch you later. Visions are vividly enhanced with emphasis and amethyst to develop morale advantages which help us manifest. Magnanimous, we body vitals like evangelists. So listen when you're dealing with people who be revealing premonitions with precision. At least that's what I'm aiming at for now. I speak the language of the world, meandering throughout the crowd. Used to feel safe to say anything, but now it's a risk. It's hard for me to let go when all I can do is reminisce. Gone like the wind, here's where I begin. Should I smile or should I